Hello. Welcome to Shamrock Talk, the internet's number one Mother-Son Celtics podcast. I'm your host, Jake Golan, here once again in person.
Woo!
Finally. We only did one in person.
Yeah, I've been in Maine
and then she just left. And then she kept telling me she was coming back.
I lied.
Prepared. Had all the studio ready.
I lied.
And week after week.
Yep.
Win after win, at least.
Yeah.
We're finally back in person. A little bit of a better mood than last time we recorded.
Yes.
Celtics pulled through.
Yes.
On to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I guess let's go game by game from last time.
It was after the fifth, right?
Oh, yes, after the fifth. A brutal game.
It was tough.
Sixth.
Overtime.
Also a brutal game, in my opinion.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Extremely painful.
Just excruciating the whole time.
Yes.
I mean, the Tatum game, really. I mean, one of the just most miraculous turnarounds you've ever seen in your entire life.
I think he needed to have it because
he needed it.
At the end of the sixth game, he said,
yes.
I'm one of the best players.
Humbly. He's one of the best players in the world. Yes. I was kind of annoyed after that.
Everyone was. It was all over. Everyone made comments on Twitter and whatever. Yeah. No, there were a lot of comments about him saying that after that game.
Did he justify it in the best way possible?
Yes, that's how you got to come back.
But I mean, I've never seen such a miraculous. I mean, end of third quarter.
5 for 21. He was in that after he announced that. 5 for 21. Four of them.
End of third quarter.
Yeah.
Game 6.
Yeah.
I have absolutely zero faith that we're done. In my mind, this season is 80% over.
Yes.
80% chance we are just going home. Yeah. I have no faith in this team. We just look absolutely dead. Tatum is having the worst game. And right now, we are having this conversation right now about how bad Tatum was and how disappointing it was.
Yes.
And it's just a complete flip to a insanely clutch fourth quarter performance, and then an insane, one of the best Game 7 performances in history.
Yes.
I mean, just unbelievable. Anything else? What else do we have for Game 6? I'm trying to think.
Well, Game 6, I mean, he had four threes, right?
In the fourth quarter, correct. Yeah, he outscored the Sixers team 16-13.
4 foul shots. So,
he outscored the entire Sixers team in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And just saved our season.
Yes.
Like basically, we're up. We're up 7 going into halftime of Game 6.
Yeah.
And then third quarter, start of the fourth, we're down 2. Yeah. Just looks like we're done. Yeah. Just all slipped away. No one's playing well.
And the funny thing is, because the Sixers weren't playing incredibly well that game as well. I mean, if you look at the stats. Their shooting was 36% overall. 23 at 3. I mean, so it's not like they were shooting lights out and
Absolutely
he just had this phenomenal game.
No.
By any means. And nobody had a phenomenal game in that game. I mean,
the Sixers scored 86 and 88 points in the final 2 games. That is just absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Marcus Smart he was awesome.
Yes.
He carried us through 3 quarters.
Yes. Yeah.
No one did though.
No, everybody else had to carry Tatum.
No, but I mean, no one did though. We looked
17,
dead.
16, 22.
Some guys had some okay games. Yeah, but no one was really lighting it up. I mean, Marcus Smart looked like our best player for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Tied for team high, plus 18, 22 points in the end, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. I thought he was awesome. Intensity-wise, diving for the ball. I thought all series. Again, I need to go on a Marcus Smart apology tour because I've been banging Derek White and Brogdon drum for months. And Marcus Smart just looks like our best guard again. Yeah. He's just, every time the moment is big, he's there.
Agreed.
I mean, he is the one that steps up.
The last few games.
I mean, we can get into Derek White, who kind of just faded away this series.
I don't know. I think he's been somewhat displaced. I do.
Agreed.
I don't think. I think Marcus starts to take over and he goes into it's almost like
it could be a matchup thing as well.
Yeah.
He can't go in on Embiid. He's a little afraid and doesn't like to drive as much. I wouldn't be surprised if he saw.
I mean, game 6, he shot 6 times. I mean, it's not like he's shooting it out.
Correct. And he played 19 minutes. I mean.
Exactly. He only played 19. And he was 50% overall, 60% at 3.
Yep.
It was 3 for 5. So his shooting hasn't been terrible. I just think you're right, a matchup thing. Maybe he had some fouls, or I don't know why but. Mm-hmm. And in his 19 minutes, he was a -7. So, he was one of our lowest. I mean, he was our lowest in the game 6 anyway. And then in game 7, I think he played 12 minutes.
12 minutes, correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I think he'll play a bigger role against the Heat.
I do too. I think they're a different team. They're not quite as tall.
Agreed. Not as long. Yeah. I think.
And he had some great moments. He had a couple blocks.
Sure. I mean, it was more just a disappearing act than like.
I think Rob Williams' minutes upped in both of those games, and I think then his just if we played with 2 talls and
which worked
Derek
out.
White's.
Credit to Mazzulla. That was an absolute game changer playing Rob Williams.
6, that first quarter I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Rob Williams was there.
Game changer. Credit to Mazzulla because the adjustments he made worked.
Yes.
I mean, whatever they did to stop Embiid and worked.
Absolutely.
It just did.
And not that he doesn't have any weaknesses, but I do think his wingspan, and he guarded Harden. He was on Harden at the 3, blocked him one time in one of these games, and it's hard to get past him. So I think he made a big difference. So I agree with you. I think Mazzulla made a good call by doing that. Mm-hmm. And I was skeptical. Game 6, he came in, and I'm like, oh no, what is this going to look like?
It just worked.
Rob against Harden.
Clicked. And then he also
did this thing. But I think everybody shifted the right way. I think he was just that secondary backup.
Yeah.
On Embiid, and he got a few blocks.
Yeah.
He got in the air, and I think people were.
So I was listening to the Bill Simmons podcast, and he was talking about the second lineup that Mazzulla changed to that also worked was 3 guards, one of the Jays, and Al, where you play Brogdon, Smart, and White at the same time.
Yeah.
So when you take Rob out, you play smaller.
Yeah.
And that works well too. I thought both of those adjustments.
Which is what they did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When Rob wasn't in, they went really small. They went Horford, all shooters. And that's what brought Embiid out to the perimeter.
Yes.
And you start to get those Tatum isolations. And I thought that worked kind of well as also.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he's taken a lot of flack, and I thought down the stretch he did a great job.
But I think in the last 2 games, the Sixers didn't play that well either. Embiid was 27% overall shooting, 0 from 3, which that's not that
Harden
normal.
Just the classic Harden disappearing
act. And 38 minutes. I don't know.
Just a classic Harden disappearing act. Absolutely brutal.
But again, from 3, I think that's at 21%. I mean, they shot 37, we shot 33.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
no.
We were 45% and they were.
I mean, their role players kept them in at the beginning of Game 7.
Yeah.
Tucker hit those 3 threes in the first quarter. Niang had, or was that? No, did he not hit in Game 7? Game 6, he had a couple, but they kept them in there a couple times.
Yeah. But this looked more like how we played them earlier in the season. I thought we sort of had
doubled Embiid. You get that. Yeah, I agree.
And Harden got tripped up. It wasn't even just his shooting, even his passing or whatever.
I don't know.
How many turnovers did he have? He had 5 turnovers.
Yeah, he needs to go to a sports psychologist or something. My goodness, he just absolutely shrinks.
He was -30 in that game.
Yeah, I mean, Embiid was a -28. Embiid, Harden gets a lot of flack. Embiid was worse.
Yes.
Tatum over and over again exposed Embiid in the third quarter. They switched on to him, and Tatum just absolutely destroyed him. Hitting threes in his face, driving right by him.
Well, you know what? But I think it was a little bit tricky, too, because he was so bad. Even though he burst out in the fourth quarter, he was so bad.
Third quarter. Game 7.
No.
Game 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though he burst out in the fourth quarter, he still only hit 5 shots for the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think this team was expecting that, right?
Sure, but when
he hasn't played this way the whole series.
You're the MVP. he hits 2 threes in your face.
Yeah.
And then he hits the third 3 in your face. And then he drives right by. He destroyed Embiid over and over and over again in the third quarter.
I didn't think Embiid looked 100%.
No, I don't either.
I mean, physically, I don't know if it's me or whatever, but I don't think he looked 100%. I mean,
it's kind of annoying. It took us 7 games to realize that we just have to get him on the perimeter and switch him onto Tatum every single time.
I thought he looked really good. He was quick. He was hustling back for blocks. I don't know. But this game, I don't know. They were shell-shocked. I'm not sure what happened. Bad. No. But anyway.
I mean, it's the best game Tatum's ever played by far. Yes. It's unbelievable.
I cannot say one bad thing. It's probably the only game I remember in time that I can't
And there
say
was one key play where he is on fire and the double comes and he goes right to Jaylen Brown, who's wide open, and hits a 3, and we go up like 28. Perfect pass.
Who was the bounce pass to, cutting to the same thing? Defense came out on him and he
drove.
He did like a pass, which he never normally does. But you could just tell the confidence. Oh, he was gleaming.
It was. I mean, so we're recording this. Spoilers at halftime of the Lakers Nuggets game 1. It was Jokic-esque, where it was just in slow motion. Even the passes, he just knew the right pass was just there, and he made it. And he just hit the 3. Oh my God, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And just what a turnaround.
Yes.
Because it really looked 3 quarters into Game 6, it looked like the season was over.
Well, even Game 7, the first half, you had this kind of feeling, even though we were with I don't know, even though it was close. You just had this feeling like we weren't, I don't know, quite there, or something was
craziness
missing with our offense.
It just, I don't know.
Now the question is, how often can we see this Tatum? Because let's face it, it's been few and far between this playoff.
But we don't need that Tatum. We need a pretty good Tatum.
Even I would take 2/3 of that.
Yeah, exactly. 2/3. I mean, 2/3.
2/3 of that Tatum would
2/3. We'd absolutely. We're going to sweep the Heat if we even get 2/3 of that. I mean, he was absolutely.
They're playing well.
Now, we should.
We have said that though. We said that about the Hawks. Look what happened.
Agreed.
We said that about the Sixers. I said that about the Sixers. I was like 4.
No, this should go no longer than 5 games. I badly want us to just whack this team.
I don't know. I
don't know either. They're the zombie Heat. They just stick around. They're
passing,
smart.
And they're trust of one another.
Probably the best coach in the league. It's tough.
He's really good. But they're trusting one another. I mean, Duncan Robinson is magically back coming off the bench and scoring inside and outside on occasion.
I don't love it.
It's I think with this type of, so Tyler Hero's hurt. I thought one other player for them was out. I don't know.
They don't have PJ Tucker this year. We got past him.
I watched so many games.
This should be 5 games.
But I think with a team like the Heat, other than Jimmy Butler, which he's super smart and seems to be able to dish and only really step up when he needs to, is what happens.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I think with this team, that's what's hard about it in guarding. Who do you guard? Who do you double team? Who do you? I mean,
but you don't have Hero. There's no excuse to lose this team. They are worse than last year. We are better.
I don't know.
This should be. I agree.
Look at them.
You never know who you're going to get with our team either. Yeah. It's not just them. It's us. You never know what team's coming out for us every game. But
it's going to be interesting.
Should be 5 games. Yeah. Make a statement. Go to the finals. Show you're the favorite.
And I think this was a rough series for us as well as physically. I don't know. Al worked hard on Embiid.
I don't know.
So we're coming in not.
I think ideally this was a rough series mentally. You come out knowing you were down.
I don't know. Al, I think, probably worked pretty darn hard.
Sure.
And took more bumps than he probably has.
Yeah, but he won't have to now. I mean, Bam's good, but not Embiid. He's not.
I'd be surprised.
He's not
Bam's going to go at him.
He's not Embiid's size, though.
But Bam's going to go at him.
And if you play the Rob lineup, if we can unlock that again, kind of get Bam thinking that way. I mean, there's no excuse to lose this series. None.
I'm with you.
0.
I believe. I just don't think they're going to be as easy.
They're not going to lie down. That's for sure.
No.
You know that.
What was Jimmy Butler had a 40 40-something point game, one of these.
Against the Bucks. Yeah, he was unbelievable.
Yes.
There's just, I don't care.
Yeah.
They were the 8 seed.
You're
You're way better than them.
Of Game 7 and Jayson Tatum.
There's you're at home. Yeah. No excuses at all.
I'm gonna say 5.
We should whack them. Me too. 5 games. They'll take 1. You close it out at home and you roll to the finals. That's it. Guess. No funny business. Please. 1 series.
I
have a quiet confidence about me. I can't lie. I just think we got, like, I don't know, even if the Heat were 1 shot that Jimmy Butler shot away from going to the finals last year. I just think we got that monkey off our back. And I just think we should come in with confidence and just beat them.
Guess who's gone? They will no longer be playing in any playoffs this year. The Warriors, my dream come true. I'll have to see Steph Curry chomping on that mouth guard anymore with that little smile and his little shimmy. Like, thank goodness. I'm just very glad to see them gone. Although, I don't know. They remind me at times of the Heat in the sort of how they can play and giving us trouble. And
the Nuggets as well.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to go there. They're really, really good. They're really good.
These selfless teams that share the ball, that's the thing we struggle with. That's their...
Yeah. And that's hard to guard. I think those are... I think those passing teams are hard to guard. I'd like to see us...
As long as we don't play the Lakers. I couldn't deal with the Lakers series.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about it.
I don't think so
From what we saw, unless somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about it.
I hope not. That would be...
Yeah.
I couldn't handle the Lakers beating us in the finals. LeBron winning, them taking their 18th championship, taking our record. Schroeder, oh boy. It would just be a disaster. But I think the Nuggets will take that as well, especially from what we saw in the first half. But plenty of games to play.
Yep. And then just a couple things. Grant Williams, nowhere to be found.
Well, we went 7. No one was to be found.
No, but even 6 too, right?
Sure. No, but I'm saying we went to 7 guys in both games 6 and 7. Only guys off the bench were White and Brogdon.
Yes. So that just worries me just a little bit because people are coming out.
Yeah, but I think
there's just no. Is this our normal rotation for the rest?
It'll be interesting. Now you'll see more than 7 guys. Yeah. I bet.
It's just
Grant Williams. I don't know if it'll be Grant Williams or Hauser.
Yeah.
But one of those two will get some time. I bet.
No one can get hurt. No one can. Yeah.
No.
So it just makes me a little nervous that it's a 7-person bench really, or 7 people that play. It's a lot of minutes. Especially when you go in deep into the season, it's a lot of minutes for people. So it'll be interesting. I just hope. And it's interesting because I was just looking at 3-point percentage and we're still not. I mean, they have 45 last time, 33.
For what?
Out of 87. Our 3-point percentage shot.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's good. Game. Winning games, not shooting well.
I mean, we'll have too bad.
Yeah, we'll have a couple games where we hit a lot of shots. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, 33 is not a lot for us.
That's what I'm saying. I have we can hit more shots than that.
Both games, I think, are in the mid 30s. So
as I said, I have a quiet confidence about me for this series. I just
think we metamorphosize into like whatever team we're playing. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's hard.
Different. So anyway, who's taking on the Jimmy Butler role? Who do you think Marcus and Jimmy are going to go head to head?
No, but it's Jalen.
Could be Jalen.
Played Harden. He requested Harden.
Yeah, and he did a good job that first outing, especially. The very first outing, he did a very good job.
I think it'll be Jalen.
There was one outing he didn't. He had a lot of fouls and he didn't. And
then he left him in the corner in that game.
Yeah.
Where he doubled Embiid for literally no reason. Why would you ever do that, dude?
Yep.
There was that. There were some hiccups in there, but I bet it's him. I think he'll be on Jimmy.
Yeah. That'll be an interesting one. That's really all I got. We'll see.
Me too. We'll see.
I'm the optimistic Celtics person, but
me too. I'm very optimistic. We should smash this team. There's no excuses not to smash this team. I
hope we find our groove.
I have no idea how they're even here. It's unbelievable. Remember when they lost to the Hawks?
Who?
The Heat?
Oh, yes, in the beginning. We're like, how did that happen? Yes.
They lost to the Hawks in the play-in game. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. And now they're here. They beat the Bucks and the Knicks.
Yeah. Both good teams.
Yeah.
No. I think they're one. I think Giannis got hurt. And I think they got lucky with that.
Of course.
And then,
but even when Giannis came back, I mean...
Well, then you start to have, again,
a little momentum.
His knee twist embrace.
Sure. I mean, you never know if you're 100%.
Yeah. Still played well, but just, I don't know, kind of messes you up.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited. Tomorrow night, 8:30. Woo!
Yep. Just glad this wasn't a sad end-of-season podcast.
No.
I really thought it was going to be.
Time.
Really did.
At least 4 more games.
I mean, literally, I had just no faith in the third quarter of game 6. Like, it's over. We looked completely dead. Tatum was lost.
Oh, yes.
It was over. It was over.
Yes.
I was like the conversations we'd be having now are extremely different.
Yes. 5 and 6.
If Missoula still the coach, we'd be having some crazy conversations right now.
Not good feelings of 3/4 of.
It was just over.
Not a good.
3/4 of game 6.
Sixers look good. They moved the ball well. Yeah. Embiid was shooting.
Not really. They only scored 86 points in game 6, which is pretty terrible.
Well, I just think it was about ball movement.
Yeah, in fourth quarter they just died. But man,
here we go.
It went from over to favorites to win the title. Back at it again.
Are we favored?
Yeah.
Over the Nuggets we are?
Yep. As of today. That might change after today, but
I was gonna say, 'cause no one watched the Nuggets?
Yeah, they're good.
I'm still picking us, but that's gonna be, if we get there, that's gonna be
my pick versus yours.
You what?
I had Nuggets? I think I had Bucks winning the title, but I had Nuggets in the finals at the beginning of the year. You had the Celtics. I had the Bucks.
I believe. Oof. I always believe. I'm skeptical about a few things, but I always have to pick them.
I mean, this is the most frustrating good team I've ever witnessed in my life. Yeah, 2 straight years, you're like, how do we win these series? We just do everything in our power to lose series. Twice in the last 2 years, we've lost game 5s at home.
Yeah.
In crucial divisional series.
It's the first time in a while that I had heard the Celtics crowd booing. I haven't heard that in a while. They were booing, actually.
Yep. It was not good.
That was a painful game.
Had to go into Philly.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the same thing last year, though.
Yeah.
And then against the Heat, we lost at home in game 6 and had to go and win it in Miami in game 7.
Yeah.
We make things so hard for ourselves, but we win every time. It's the most bizarre thing.
We'll see. Let's keep it going.
Yes.
Let's keep the bizarre winning going.
Keep it going. This is it. Well, we'll see tomorrow night. And this has been Shamrock Talk in person.
Woo!
Are you going to be here? Or will we still be in person? Are you going to Maine?
Tomorrow night?
We're not going to do tomorrow, Thursday.
I'll be here Thursday.
Yeah.
We can do Thursday.
We'll do Thursday, I guess.
I'll be in person Thursday.
And then you're going to Maine this weekend?
No, New York City.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you said that.
Going to New York City.
Yep.
Friday morning I'll be home Sunday afternoon.
Okay, when's the next game?
Friday. I'm going to have to rewatch that. A lot of dinner plans.
Oh, boy.
I know.
You're missing the game.
I'm trying.
Oh.
I'm trying.
Oh, no.
It was, yeah.
This is bad news.
If it was one other person, but it's 3 other people that have no interest in the Celtics.
And have the phone on the side.
I should do that. Well, I'll know the score. I'll rewatch it.
No, don't do that. Don't spoil it.
Yeah, but then Saturday, when am I going to watch it?
Yeah, true. Saturday morning, just wake up early.
So Sunday will be the next game, right? Probably.
I think it's every 2 days now, yeah.
Yeah, so far Sunday. So I'll be home for Sunday night's game.
So I guess we'll have to wait for them to pod maybe Monday. Thursday, Monday.
Yep. Thursday, Monday.
Both in person, though.
Yeah.
Unless you'll be back here Monday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yep. Well, as usual, worldwide at Shamrock Talk Pod on Twitter, at Shamrock Talk on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. We're everywhere. And we're in the conference finals. Still going.
Go Celtics.
Go Celtics.